Klein with the throw for Romania. Rednic. Coras. Header out. Butcher, Stephen, Wilkins. Forward by Stefanescu. Camataru is there. He and Coras got mixed up. And here's Ray Wilkins. That's a good-looking ball towards Mariner. And Boloni appeared to put his hand up there. But the linesman was already flagging. And I'm wondering whether he saw an earlier offside. Sure, that's what's happened. Half an hour gone as the sun comes out again. And with the sky now turning from grey to blue, we're looking for the rainbow. But there's no score. And shirt pulling there, surely, by Ungureanu on Brian Robson. Now, Butcher has gone to the far side as we look. Robson, Francis and Wilkins around the ball. Wonder whether Francis might come in behind Wilkins here. But Wilkins chipped it for Kenny Sansom on the far side. It's useful. But it's Trevor Stevens stretching, and it was just a bit too long for him. Romania showed good form in the initial period of last summer's European Championship in France. Seemed to be a team for the future. But it's the World Cup that concerns them now, and here's Stefanescu to Hagi. Foul by Wilkins. So Hagi gets possession again. Boloni. And Hagi's run right forward, and so has Rednic. And Mark Wright managed to sort it out. Francis. Handoff from Ungureanu. Quite a cosmopolitan England squad now, with Wilkins and Francis playing in Italy. Here's Trevor Stephen. Robson's in the centre. And Mark Hateley too, of course, when fit, but ruled out of this one. Anderson. And here's Mariner. And it ran on for Robson. And got a deflection off Boloni for a corner. Mariner and Butcher have gone into the near post area. And it came to Mariner, and he couldn't get his shot in. Wilkins. Barnes and Ungureanu. And now Rednic for Romania. Camataru's broken away to the right-hand side. So is Coras here. Hagi. And Francis was back to ward off, first of all, Klein. And then Necrila. But the linesman was flagging, and Romania have a chance here to get the thing moving with Boloni. Barnes saw the danger that time. England working well as a team. Their forwards are coming back to intercept when the ball's in a dangerous position, about 30 yards out. Happened twice there. Wilkins. For any latecomers, the score is Romania 0, England 0. With 10 minutes left in the first half here in Bucharest. England's best effort so far coming from Brian Robson, who hit the post with a header. Here's Wilkins, and Barnes has now moved to the right. That was Stefanescu. Iorgulescu challenging Mariner and then challenging Stephen, but it's come for Wilkins. Maybe for Barnes. John Barnes, I think, carried that ball out. It's a goal kick. It was a good run. Klein. And again. Playing very much on the left side. Boloni. Lofting one up, only for Butcher to volley clear. Quite a cagey game, this, in parts. It's been built up to have so much significance. This is Hagi. And here's Boloni, looking for Necrila, the right back, who can hit them. The second attempt he's had from there. Both have been comfortably fielded by the England keeper. Here's Boloni. Coras got caught by Butcher. Shilton was comfortable there. Stephen. Wright. Anderson. England moving the ball about with a measured confidence. Romania giving them time to do so in that area of the field. And Butcher looking for Mariner. Here's Sansom joining the attack. Mariner again. Good play. Necrila with the header out. Camataru there was the man who made the break for Romania. Rednic now. Boloni. Ungureanu. Boloni. Ungureanu. Coras. Shot was blocked by Butcher, but he still played it on again for Camataru to shoot. And he'll probably be disappointed with his finish. Camataru, the centre forward, who had a hand in the attack much earlier, was on hand to join it at the end. And as the ball came out, the angle certainly wasn't brilliant. And Shilton would have had his angles right, one assumes. It went the wrong side of the post for Romania. But that was a clean shooting opportunity, and a player of Camataru's quality would have expected to get it nearer to the goal. 6 minutes to half-time. Stephen. Oof, that was going to be through for Francis had the last defender not stopped it. Nil-nil then. Stephen for England with the throw. But in the meantime, Romania are going to make a substitution. And Iorgulescu, who was rated doubtful for this match until yesterday, appears to be suffering a recurrence from his injury. The number 6 has gone off. And Jovan, who was standing by to replace him anyway from the start, has come on. Jovan, number 14. Stephen. Tricks were from Francis. Here's Robson. Barnes on the far side collects that. Robson in the penalty area with 3 others for England. Still Barnes. Now Sansom. Mariner up with Lunc, who didn't get it. And there was a foul on the keeper.
Well, Lunc has just gone down there. I don't think he's really badly hurt, but we have caused some slight problems in the air whenever we've got down the left-hand side of the field. But it has become quite a physical game now. A little number 4, Ungureanu, who reminds me of a lad called Makanu, who was the talk of our dressing room in 1970 during the World Cup. Uncompromising defence. Whenever you get anywhere near their 18-yard area, they defend at all costs. But I do really think that sometimes our lads, especially in the middle of the field, want a little more time than they're prepared to give us. Whenever they get round about our 18-yard area, I seem to find, that they have that little bit more time than we have, and they seem a wee bit more dangerous in the dangerous areas. But nevertheless, over this last 10 minutes, apart from the very rare scares, we seem to be coping quite well.
Header by Wright. Here's Francis. And now Mariner. Stephen. Robson's moved forward again. Barnes is coming in on the far side to head it in. England have encouraged Stephen and Barnes to play wide and get their crosses in whenever possible. That was the message from Bobby Robson, to give England plenty of width. But Stephen particularly asked to chase back in that dual role on the right-hand side, which was once the province of Steve Coppell. Ungureanu. Boloni. Barnes. Oh, and Boloni was late there, but Barnes rode the tackle and found Mariner. Can he find Francis? No. Stefanescu. Rednic. Number 5. Robson hounding them a bit, but Klein. Hagi running more in hope, but Wright, with the help of Anderson, did the right thing. Wilkins. Maturity about Mark Wright, even though he's only 21. This is said to be his biggest test, and I'm sure that's right. Francis tackled by Jovan. Wilkins. Coras. Hagi. Foul by Anderson. Now then. Hagi, when he picks himself up, will find that the free kick is certainly no further out than his first one. It might be a bit closer. 2 minutes left in the first half, and again England, who worked so hard to ensure that there were tall players in the wall, which Bobby Robson feels is one insurance against the ball played just above it. They're organising themselves now with the help of Shilton. Hagi is waiting just out of your picture at the moment, but it's been changed to Necrila. The block was by Wilkins, whose job on defending at free kicks is exactly that. While the wall's doing its job, he's there to try and block. Here's Hagi. Butcher's header away. Here's Ungureanu. It was played back by Boloni, and in fact Romania have to almost start again here with Stefanescu. That's a much better ball. Camataru. For anybody just coming in, the score here is Romania 0, England 0. There have been possibilities for both countries in this first half to open the scoring, but neither has done so. Camataru. Hagi. And still, driven low. Necrila might pick this up. Boloni. Hagi. Camataru waits in the centre, the referee in the way. Good challenge by Ray Wilkins, and Stephen found Robson, and now the front runners are moving as Barnes collects finally. Into stoppage time here in the first half. Good running by John Barnes. Well, that was a superb run. He took on 3 opponents and forced a corner, despite the protest by the last defender, who thought the ball was already out. Wilkins to take. It'll go back to him, but only for the referee to blow the half-time whistle, where England, I would imagine, would feel fairly pleased with their 45 minutes work. The sting certainly early on taken out of the Romanian attack, and Robson hit the post at the other end, so a half-time score, Bobby Charlton, of 0-0.
Yes, that doesn't seem too bad to me, just the way the first half has gone. I do think that they have built up a little quicker than we have. They've been more direct. They seem to have changed play a little better than we have also. And the really good chances that have come have been the header from Brian Robson, where we have had them in reasonable trouble. And from the other end, when first the big centre-forward Camataru cracked the one that was just wide, and then the right-back, another very dangerous player, Necrila, actually gave us some moments that we were a little bit frightened of. Nevertheless, not too disappointing start from our end just yet.
Just one last word from me as we hand back to Jimmy Hill. Jovan, the man who came on as a substitute, has had to be helped off at the end of the first half, so he too now is injured.